Third and long for Prescott. Being chased out left. And some room to roam now. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Come on, next round! Next round!
Following the penalty, it's Murray. He finds an opening past the 40, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go!
He'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Wolfe with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going with a screen for Murray. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's taken in at the 9. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over first and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And now running right through it. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And some room to work. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense is just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action now, Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now Prescott. He's going to fire one deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dez Bryant, 35 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And now a hit and a loose football. They find some open field here. It's a foot race. 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. A good run of 6 yards there gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's go!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Come on, let's go. What? Nine.
third and forever. He'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, 56 yards. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now Prescott. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go. 1, 9, flex round, flex round.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right near the 27. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 1.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football. but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Prescott on first down. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he fires one incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing. Prescott. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Indianapolis. And the Colts have opened it up a bit, leading by 2 scores. We'll bring you updates all year, and the party just getting started here in Week 1 of the NFL season. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott completes it to Aguilar. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A second down throw for Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Prescott now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
The Eagles on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Prescott to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Dak Prescott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Back to the NFL scoreboard for his third quarter in Indy. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now Hundley. Well, this is brought in by Pryor. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Throwing, Hundley. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, they're always trying to get him the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Redskins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Ohio! Here we go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Jordan Reed has it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go!
Play action. They'll throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So they're operating in the red zone.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
A check of the scoreboard there in the third in Baltimore. And the Ravens have opened it up a bit, leading by a couple of scores. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards on the ground. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get... First down, Prescott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The Eagles on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is third down and 12. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. D4l in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too...
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. The Eagles on third down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Sua Cravens. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now it's Crowder. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Come on, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going with a screen for Murray. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Fletcher Cox getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Pryor long. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him at the 14. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Here's Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Ravens have opened things up there. A win would be their second on the young season. Here's Brett Kern now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Crowder now to return. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Let's go.
On first down, Murray. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
That's it, baby. Let's go. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round.
He'll drop to throw. 20. Caught out left side by Robinson. Touchdown, Washington.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. A win would be their second on the young season. Throwing here, Prescott. Looking downfield for Dez. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 50 yards. A handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a handoff looking right. Down right around the 25. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Philadelphia, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play.